Good morning students. Today we are going to study about first chapter of your EVS Environmental Studies. Now this module is all about the basic of environment. Now the first question which comes up is, what is an environment? Environment can be defined as social, cultural, physical conditions that surround, affect, influence the survival, growth, development of people, animals and plants. This is the definition which you have to write down in exam. If the question comes, what is an environment? To understand it better, environment consists of all the living, non-living, any kind of the material things found in the nature. Now basically we can divide the nature or the environment into two categories. One can be biotic, another can be abiotic. Now when I say biotic, it means living. Anything which is in a living form in the environment or nature is biotic. And any other than non-living organisms or any kind of the substances will be called as abiotic. Now biotic, you can take example in the nature or environment of the plant, animals, bacteria, etc., which are all living things, wherein you can see the abiotic or non-living things in form of water, soil, atmosphere, climate, etc. Then comes the two important things to understand: autotrophs and heterotrophs. Now autotrophs are the plants who manufacture their own food with the help of water, soil and sunlight. So these are the ones which are also called as the plants under photosynthesis process who produce their own food. Now these are the examples of algae and some of the bacteria. So they are not depending for the food on others. On the other side we have got heterotrophs. Heterotrophs are the one like human beings. These are the consumers. We depend upon others for our food. We want plants to give us vegetable. We want plants to give us fruits. We want cow or goat or any animal to give us milk to drink. We are completely dependent upon others. So we are consumers. We come into the category of heterotrophs. We do not produce our own food. In fact, we depend upon others for our food like egg, fish, etc., etc. So two categories you have understood. One is of autotrophs. Auto means self and troph means the feeder, who produces or who are also known as producers because they produce their own food. Consumers are the heterotrophs who do not produce anything like humans and rather depend upon others for their food. Next we will see the segments. There are basically two important segments of environment. Now environment has atmosphere, hydrosphere, lithosphere and biosphere. Atmosphere is a blanket of gases which you can see in different form like fog, etc. in winter season. Hydrosphere, various water bodies like lake, ocean, sea, etc. Lithosphere contain various type of soil and the rock on the earth, like it can be land, okay, or it can be desert with the soil. Biosphere composed of all the living organism and their interaction with the environments, like any kind of the plants and animals interacting with the oxygen or any kind of the gases, water and food for their survival are in the category of biosphere. Then comes the scope, or in other words importance of environmental studies. Now why it is important to study this? Okay, the first important thing here we can understand is we can know about the environmental degradations. Degradation in a sense, every now and then our nature is losing lot of rare species of animals rare species of tiger, lion, monkey, okay, these kind of the rare species which are very less in number, which are disappearing slowly. Then we can see other kind of degradation in form of pollutions, okay, ocean, water pollution, air pollutions, and different other types of pollutions. So all these kind of destructions of environment can be understood thoroughly with the help of environmental studies. Second, we can understand about the every organisms and their activities, like fire in the forest, okay, and killing many animals and many precious plants, medicinal plants and herbs. So those kind of things also we can understand and we can stop from happening. Then we also know, with the help of environmental study, we know how to conserve the rare or the precious kind of resources like petroleum, etc. So that's very, very important, which we understand through environmental studies. Now, environmental studies also discusses about the international issues. So in the international level, global level also, we talk about global warming, ozone layer depletion, marine pollutions, okay, all this thing comes into picture. So when we say global warming, lot of ozone or oxygen layers are depleted from the atmosphere due to pollution. How to stop there also we study in environmental studies. Then we have got problems like urbanization, industrialization, development, growth of industry, and lot of waste goes to the water, okay, spoiling the water, improper drainage systems of the industries or the waste disposals of the industry, poisonous chemicals goes to the water, and it also contaminates the water which people drink in villages. So all this kind of thing. Then house construction, for that a lot of expansions and lot of cutting of the forest is also happening. So all this we can understand the disasters and stop it by in-depth study of environmental studies. Then we have got pollution. We say around evidently 16% of the world population, which is existing on 2.4% of the land area. So land area is very less. But when we talk about the existence of the people is very, very much, double, triple, 10 times more. So that means lot of pressure of population is there on the earth. So because of that also lot of, you can say depletions of food, oxygen, water, everything is getting depleted very fast. So that can be studied and stopped to some extent with some solutions through environmental studies. Also, environmental studies helps in finding alternate solutions for waste. Now waste disposals are there, dry waste, wet waste. So how do we do separate collection of the waste, disposal of the waste also is understood in the environmental studies to protect the environment. Also the humanity basis we can understand about the extinction, as I was telling. So extinction is what? Extinction is about the, for example, white tigers in the Sundarban, forest. So blue dolphins, white dolphins, all are disappearing slowly. So because how to conserve them, save them. So a lot of efforts has been taken to safeguard our environment, our nature in its natural form. So and planning, of course, planning of the development. Now when I say planning and environmental study, it includes lot many things like research and development, okay, green advocacy, that is safeguarding our air, forest, wildlife, pollution control, etc. Green marketing studies, like what is that, eco-friendly products to be used. Green media, like newspaper, magazine, hoarding, advertisement, spreading the news of environmental awareness among population. Then environmental consultancy, like NGOs are involved seeing into cleaning the beaches, garbages, social works, and lot many things. So finally we can understand the study of environmental study helps a lot in making the environment, the place where we live, our home, better. Next comes the important concept of sustainable development. What is a sustainable development? Sustainable development is the development that meets the need of the present and also for the future generation without disturbing the resources. So that means you can consume petrol, you can use various kind of natural resources which are very limited limitedly available in the nature, also comfortably, and your future grandchildren can also use it. So maybe third, fourth generation from now can also use those resources. Then it is called as the country is moving towards the sustainable development of economic and social resources. So sustainable development also includes many other things in the present and expected future scenario. What are these things in sustainable development? No poverty, no hunger, that is zero hunger, good health, okay, everyone should be healthy, quality education everyone should get, gender equality of female and male, clean water and sanitation system, affordable clean energy resources, decent work and economic growth of every individual person in society, industry, innovation, new things we should be able to use, okay, reducing the pressure or the loads, reduced inequalities among people of various caste, religion, culture, sustainable cities and communities should come up, modern devices with less expenses, responsible consumptions of the existing resources so that it doesn't get vanished for a future generation. So all this comes into what? Sustainable development. Now what is sustainability then? Sustainability is derived from a Latin word sustenere. Sustenere is to sustain and can mean to maintain, support, uphold and endure. Okay, everything for a longer period of time. So how long you can, there are basically four important pillars of sustainability. One is human sustainability. How long human, okay, can maintain and improve the human capital in society. Second is social sustainability, economic sustainability and environmental sustainability. All four pillars of sustainability should be very strong. Human should be having, as I said, all the points, good food, healthy living, good income, good facilities. When we say social sustainability, everyone should have a dignity in society, respectable work, good earnings, okay, social identity. When we say economic sustainability, good amount of income to lead their family members with food, cloth and shelter. When we say environmental sustainability, we talk about what? The nature. All kind of the things we use from the resources from the nature should be abundantly used. It should be available in different ways at different times. So all these are the four important things of sustainability. Now what is the purpose of sustainability? Basically to have a very healthy environment and human relationship. Okay, that is what is the basics of sustainability. Now comes next the need for public awareness. Now to have a sustainability and all this kind of development in society, most important is awareness. So due to ignorance we do a lot of things, human actions which may create problems for the animal, for the nature, for themselves also. So need for public awareness. One is growing population. So growing population is a big headache for the government, for household people also, because one person earns and 10 people are dependent. So this pressure of the population somewhere has to be controlled. Second is the poverty. So awareness regarding poverty so that everybody gets and enjoys all kind of the comfort from the society. No one is poor in terms of food, shelter, clothing, a house, all kind of basic amenities. Then is the environment degradation. When we say environmental degradations, all kind of the challenges we get from the nature. Okay, so that we should be able to face it with the help of the government. So agriculture growth is also a part of your development or the awareness. If we grow, agriculture is 80% of India GDP comes from agriculture sector. So if we grow, then definitely we can do a lot, okay, from the agriculture sector. Then is the need to increase the groundwater. So the more water is increased at the ground levels, and the more clean water, drinking water every houses will get, and more better healthy and good life we can lead. So that awareness of disposals of waste from the industry is to be created. Then awareness about development of the forest also it contributes a lot in terms of medicines, in terms of fire, for the wood firewoods, in terms of the animals, in terms of the flora and fauna, in terms of the tourist place, etc. So that has to be maintained. Then is degradation of the land, awareness about the spoiling of the water and the wind pollutions. So all this has to be explained and to be understood. Then evil consequences of urbanization, suddenly cutting forest, killing animals, all these things will create a side effect which has to be understood. So all these are the awareness, okay, which helps in doing a lot in maintaining the environment. Then comes the next topic is environmental studies is said to be a multidisciplinary in nature. Multidisciplinary means not just one discipline like physics, but chemistry, biology, anthropology, computer, geology, economics, physics, sociology, statistics, all in every studies there is a part and parcel of environmental studies. For example, in anthropology, okay, we study about psychological, biological health. Biology, we study about living organisms. Chemistry, we study about the natural occurrences of chemical reactions in nature. Computer, we study about technology, the pollutants, the soil, water through testing, the computer testing. Okay, geology, inside the earth, what all things are happening. Economics helps us to know about the living standard of people in the environment. So that is the reason when so many subjects are included in environmental studies, we call it as a multidisciplinary subject. What is the importance of multidisciplinary in nature? The importance is first it gives the knowledge of various areas, various fields. Okay, it is not only anthropology, physics, chemistry, sociology, statistics, economics, but multiple areas. We get a wide understanding about the environmental nature. Then it aids in preservation of ecological balance. So ecological balance is very, very important. So it also helps in maintaining, okay, this multidisciplinary